the comments and hope that the money I stack is accumulating. Fuck these niggas gon' save out the moves I'm making. Ducking sauces and...
Welcome to Tuesday Sports. I'm David Bruce, glad to have you with us. It's Tuesday Hoops, and it's next. It's going to be the Golden State Warriors up against the Los Angeles Clippers. And now...
The starting fives for our game. Here are tonight's starting lineups. First for the Warriors. What a tremendous talent, getting ready for his first NBA appearance. And it's Green in at the 4 spot. And for the Clippers, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. And the man in the middle, just call him Surge Protector. The premier shot blocker in the NBA, Serge Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Batum in at the power forward.
Yeah, here's a guy who gives the coach the luxury of a very simple play call, which is just the ISO. Get in the ball and get out of the way, and good things are going to happen.
Very true, and what I noticed with him is his ability to jump on teams right out of the break. I mean, he doesn't need a ton of shots to get going. He's locked in by nature.
And George kicks to Batum. George sets a screen for Batum. Leonard, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Yeah, the Warriors turn around, I think, in large part because of the improvement defensively and on the boards last year. There was a 5 or 6 year stretch where Golden State was maybe the worst team in both categories in the entire league, but the schemes have changed, the personnel, the intent, the toughness, and it has all led to a new era for the Golden State Warriors basketball team.
Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, he had a really good look. I mean, he'll knock that down more often than not.
And here is Los Angeles now after the miss from Green. The shot by George, no good. And back to the Warriors looking to pack the paint. If you want to get into a three-point shooting contest with them, well, I think they'd welcome that.
I agree. I mean, with the Splash Brothers in the backcourt, you can get sprayed in a hurry from all angles. I mean, those guys are terrific. But again, their improved defense and rebounding was a big part of their success as well. It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for them.
Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
He got there late, but... You do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block, but that one's going to count.
Fans don't like that call one bit.
Well, the officials got an earful as a result.
You know, size-wise, this is not a great one-on-one matchup for him, but he got that shot to go.
But you wouldn't know it by how he finished. That's a nice hoop there.
There's the three. No good from Wiggins. Clippers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. And Beverley kicks to Batum. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Batum's got his first 2 points.
Boy, the drive to the bucket was nice, but how about the finger roll finish? Beautiful.
They get a hand on it. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Well, I think that pass caught him off guard, but he showed us board hands, too.
The Clippers trail. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
You see the benefit of knocking down baskets consecutively because it leads to the confidence growing and growing, doesn't it, Steve?
It sure does, and now it's to the point where they just feel unstoppable.
Curry with it. Leonard picks him up. And the rejection by Leonard. Now the Clippers moving it up. And he banks in the layup. Leonard's got 6 points.
And his shots are dropping right now. This quarter has been very kind to him.
Pass to Wiggins. Good on the triple.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
LA's gone 0-2 from deep. The Warriors making a switch here. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Curry attacking. Neumann. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
And that assist earned him a little nod from his teammate after the basket.
Here's Leonard. And the Clippers miss again. Warriors leading by 4. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Golden State's head coach and I were able to chat. He knows one of the hardest parts on scoring against this defense has to do with their prolific shot blocker, Serge Ibaka. He told me he's one of those guys who can get in your head a little bit because he's so mobile. You often don't see him coming. And Kevin, you add in his great rebounding and ability to hit from mid-range, and he's always an X factor for them. Back to you.
Thank you, Doris.
Yeah, guys, did you know that the Clippers winning the Pacific Division last year was the first time it's ever happened? Yeah, you heard it right.
Good point, Clark.
That's the first time the Clippers have ever won the Pacific Division.
The Warriors making a switch here. Bazemore is checked in. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And what a time to be a Clipper fan these days, guys, with the way they've climbed to the very top of the Pacific Division. And, Steve, they've done it by beating up on the rest of the teams in that Pacific.
Well, Golden State gave them some trouble, Kevin, but otherwise they really rolled against the rest of the Pacific Division. And I'll tell you, it became clear within a few months last season that the Clips were going to run away with the Pacific. And what a long time coming for Clipper fans.
Jackson passes to Morris. Looking to end the run.
Well, they find themselves with a big deficit here in the first. One category that jumps out at me, second chance points. Only one bucket for them.
Clippers trail by 8. The drive by Jackson.
Well, Kevin, in the NBA, you've got lots of shooters, but only so many shot creators, and he's one of them.
Yeah, you love to have a guy like him with the ball shot clock running down and just let him go to work. He is a shot manufacturer late in the game.
And so Jackson nails both of them. 1:27 left to play in the first quarter. There's a good screen. He kicks it to Bazemore. And the 3 off target. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. And the basket by Jackson.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
Loom. And the shot is good. Here's Williams. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Ball's knocked loose. Morris kicks to Williams. No one near him. And the jumper falls for him. Warriors leading by 3. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Making a long pass like that is always a risky proposition.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Jackson. And again, Los Angeles with a triple.
Both teams on fire right from the opening tip.
Pedal to the throttle, Steve, just like we like it.
Williams with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. Williams leading the charge. That puts them in the lead.
Gotta love the finger roll up and over the defense.
Anderson right side. Loom. Will it go? Will not go. This is off the front iron. Here's Morris. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Clippers lead by 2. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere.